Speaking of Trinidad, we have one Trini on the program tonight. So
No. Wifey on the show. She talking about Port of Spain.
Uh-oh. What she said? She support Spain?
Yeah,
Tell her she misspelled Spanish town. Spain town, Spain.
Been overruled.
Speaking of Trinidad, TNT Massive Carnival.
Okay, so you gonna talk about this and not have at least one Trini on the line?
That's the role you play. That's the role you play. You're the only person who has been to Trinidad Carnival, so you have to speak on it. So, Trinidad Carnival has been canceled for this year, and that the first time where I knew that this pandemic was real was when they canceled South by Southwest, which brings a whole bunch of money to Austin.
Huge.
And then once they canceled the Houston rodeo, I'm like, whoa, this is legit. For Trinidad to cancel Carnival, I'm sure for the first time ever, probably since the day after slavery finished, it's a big deal, right? So, of course it is a big deal because I know a lot of Trinis and I know how important it is, for people who've lived here, for 30, 40 years, they go back every year because I know how big it is. And so from a monetary standpoint, this was about 2 years ago, I had about 38,000 visitors who came strictly for Carnival. That's a lot of people. Who spent an average of about $1,200 US, right? People don't stay for the whole 19 days, but on average, they spend about $1,200. And so they are looking at $47 million that is going to be lost. So that is significant. It's a big draw. Carnival, Carnival is, probably next to Brazil. It's the biggest carnival in the world and one of the best known carnivals in the world. Yeah. So, Tex, as our resident Trini, speak on it. Should they have canceled Carnival?
As a honored guest of 2019 and 2020 Carnival, I say they did what's in the best interest of the people, and I have to commend that. Myself,
that's a hard decision.
It is. I was looking, and my wife, we're looking forward to going, to 2021. But as the cases, proceed to rise, I think it's in their best interest to cancel it. Now, they're canceling it to the outsiders.
All right.
Okay, from what I hear. They will have it, but it will be strictly confined
Prime
to
Minister,
the islanders themselves, to the locals and the natives.
Prime Minister said Carnival is canceled. We'll see. Hey, I am sure people going to have their own little carnivals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Financially, I don't think they can withstand not having anything at all. So if they confine it to the island themselves, more power to them. I say go with it. Do what you got to do. I mean, you got to think about all the things that come from Carnival every year. You have a whole set of music, okay, which comes a whole set of vibes. You have costumes, okay. You have basically all the revenue those costumes generate. You have the bands. You have all the parades. So it would make sense to kind of limit that to their own country and not let the outside element in. It sucks for people that go there to the island, to experience it. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Now, if they cancel it all together, I don't blame them. I mean, it's for the greater good. We're gonna sacrifice this 1 year, so we can have 100 more good years. So I understand that. Definitely.
Yeah.
A couple of the $100,000 people, them man.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's the question: can you thief a virtual wine? That's the question. Can you have a virtual wine? So I'm sure they have to have something.
Well, I like
Right.
the costume.
It's not going to be the same.
Some fest was virtual.
Yeah, yeah. So I think from I'm sure they're ingenious people who have already thought about this. Where they're going to make money from it some kind of way. It won't be the same, but the thing, charge advertisers to stream it and what have you. They'll have something.
Just as though we have the verses here right now.
Yeah.
DJ Private Ryan, he has like one of the biggest parties in Carnival every year. I can see him doing something and streaming and making just a ton of money based on that. So yeah, they're going to be ingenious and work things out in order to generate some revenue. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So virtual Carnival this year. I've been working on my Trinidad accent. I think it's getting better every week.
No.
So I don't envy any of these leaders of countries who have to make these difficult decisions, because on one hand you have the health concerns, which can really, that supersedes everything. But then economic concerns are really, really real, right? You have people who would depend on this, and that's a tough decision to make. But they felt it was in their best interest, so so it go once especially send them $100,000 for Trinidad citizenship. Life is good.
Well, on there, people online, they got stuff to say.
Are these Trinas? Screen out all the Trinas. Screen them.
All right.
I'm joking, Trinas. Some of my best friends are Trinas.
One particular Trinity said, look, Trinidad is an industrial country, so they'll make it. Trust.
Yeah, they will.
I think I know that one.
Tricky Daddy.
Let me see who else. Keisha says we are the best of the best. Isn't that all head movement I did? That's what she said.
That's what she said. She must be Jamaican. She's Jamaican, right?
Nah, she's Trinidad.
Keisha, sorry, Keisha, you're wrong.
All right.
Or the weakest link. Goodbye.
So hold on. So text. Shannon quota a wicked liquor saying. She said what? Safety over soca.
I was just about to say that.
Safety over soca. Hey.
Yes.
I say anything over soca. I'm joking. I'm joking. Soca is soca at this moment. I'm not riding on the street listening to soca, but
you all right?
If I in a party. Any other comments from
Nisha Ochoa says
who that? Who names her? Who names her?
Like my husband. I don't know who her husband is.
Okay. Who is she? Yeah. That sounds like propaganda. Yeah. That's spam.
You gotta be.
That's spam.
Okay, Rick signed in. Hold on, let me see what he has to say.
No, he ain't talking about nothing.
Yeah, he ain't.
Hey, Kareem.
Rick's talking about the lighter challenge. Boy, one time.
First of all, I won the lighter challenge. And Fata Kiri still hasn't responded. You're coward, you. Sentan, the better than that.
In India,
Whatever.
Vegas.
Sentan, man, that's supposed to coward like so. Anyway.
Leslie agrees with Keisha.
What she say? More Trinity propaganda. We have too much spam on this program.
It's the Russians.
You're retarded.
It's the Russians. That's a bot. That's a Trinity bot. Anyway, moving on.